You know what?
It's the best part about us is listening to us bullshit. So,
Hey, they ain't paid for the before and after show.
yeah, totally. We should probably have a before and after show before we ask people to pay for it, or we can test the waters, and if someone actually pays for the before and after show, then we know we need to make one and improv.
Good point.
We can improvise. It's great.
Just all of us here just talking about shit.
Nothing. We are helping Todd decide which liquor to
Dude,
drink first.
There was something nasty at the top. I don't know what that is. There's something nasty in the rim of my drink. And I took a big swig and I felt the chunk.
Oh,
It all out into my whiskey bottle. Spit.
Oh my god.
It's a piece of corn.
Rum salt.
Data.
That ain't corn. It wasn't from the whiskey. It was from some like gas station worker stocking the things. Like got like some like leftover tobacco.
It's just their chew.
I wasn't feeling this before. I'm feeling it now. I'm ready.
Yeah? Good.
I'm all right. I'm ready to become a red dragon.
All right. So, here. Welcome, everybody. We've been live for, a hot minute. But that's all right. Lex, your hair, magnificent. Love it.
Very good.
I was going to say something.
As my 9-year-old would say, noise. That's her big thing now. Noise. That's what she does.
Pretty cool.
Yes, I like it. So, previously on the Chaotic Chronicles in Ordalon, there was this massive invasion that sent everyone scattering to the comforts of their homes. Not you guys, though. This was opportunity. Having a lead to a map that led to a massive treasure. You guys jumped on it. Like a frog on a mosquito. You went up to the upper slums, met up with Cyst, the female goblin that had all these weird pussy bulges, just boils on her skin. It's led you under the city. Took out some guards, followed her directions, dodging a lot of
Goblins.
At that point in time, it was just a lot of possibility to be locked up for a very fucking long time. But you had some good rolls. You were creative with your descriptions and avoided them. Encountering a copper dragon, Dragunko. He asked for your help in freeing, and in return for that, he would give you a lead. That lead, after you freed him, led you to the Themenor Manor, hidden in the ruins of Bluden Point. That was when you saw the goblins, or there was definitely goblins that you saw. and you stepped past the magical boundary that Zacchaeus pointed out. You found that. When you crossed that plane, everything looked centuries old. And you were met with 5 individuals that were probably a bit defensive / aggressive
Real
in the
jerks.
beginning, as they haven't had any visitors in hundreds of years. But they quickly perceived the party in front of them and knew that maybe you guys had abilities that they did not. So they invited you in for dinner, and you offered, you told them what you were looking for. And after a conversation, they said that you're more than welcome to take a chance at entering the vault, but you're only allowed to take one item. None of them, well, one of them was a magic user, but his ties are different to this place. You had your magic user go down there and, like that, reduce the door. Upon entering, or upon reducing the door, you triggered a trap. And you saw these pillars come to life. And in front of you was a stone worm of some sorts. As the nobodies do, they defeated it with their confidence in their abilities. Struggling to only take one thing. Click. Saw a symbol of sorts. I'd like to think that it looked like the Phantom of the Opera mask that he just pulled out of the piles of gold, paintings, statues, just wealth, and put it to his face. And all you heard was clink, 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 as 1,000 copper pieces just, shattered and scattered along the floor. You guys found the off-sea Oviat. A very powerful artifact in the Erdin. That Votarag is currently looking for. You are on I think we left off, Regents was, you guys came back, you left the vault, you had this epic battle with the protectors of this manor, where obviously you guys came out victorious. It's kind of what you do. Regents, well, all of you decided after the wounds that you've endured and just the, I would like to say, mental and physical struggle of the past 4 days of dodging these weird, brainy type astral energy aberrations, decided to rest here in Thumnor Manor. Regents went into the kitchen and started whipping up something, and every time she went to one cupboard and said, "Oh, I need this." She opened the door, and that was there. And she brought you out the most tasteful and just, I want to say that when, like, Thanksgiving, you know? You know what I mean? Like you really don't want to go to Thanksgiving with the family, but when you're done with Thanksgiving, you're full and you're happy and you're jolly and you have all of these different, things running through your veins.
Our Brit has no idea what's going on. He's like, fuck is Thanksgiving?
So
because I know what it is.
Present here have no idea what that reference is.
Something like this.
Because of that meal. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
There's no fish and
God
chips.
damn it. That was, I did not mean that, Kieran.
No
I'm sorry.
There's no stout. There's no fish and chips. No packet.
I'd like to appreciate that both of them know exactly what you're talking about, though, but purely through like cultural exportation.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I apologize. Once again,
I mean, the first Thanksgiving really represents the failure of the English to sustain themselves when they came to the colonies and the Native Americans bailing them out. They weren't really American.
I was.
See, I thought it was a lot more about like history and like.
All I was saying is you guys got full on really good food, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it was definitely a total 5-course meal. It was amazing.
I thought they only rage quit if you said something about the Queen.
And that Jeffrey.
Oh.
You watch yourself.
I would never go there. Just, no, I would never go there.
Yeah, anyway, I'm taking that cupboard. I'm like putting some leather straps on it and making it into a backpack.
All right.
It's mine now.
So you take the cupboard out. You guys all find a comfortable spot to gain the rest that you need. All right? Unless there's any RP you want to do before you go to bed, I think of it more as like Gretchen's cooked up this massive meal because everything she wanted was right there at her, within arm's reach. Everybody is full, extremely exhausted from battle, sad, and kind of comforted. I mean, since this shit has happened, everybody went in their house. Trying to steal something was a little bit difficult. You guys investigated that first night. So with that being said, I've taken up enough screen time. You guys, if you want, get a long rest, and you wake up in the morning. You see, whatever Mike's character's name was. Fuck, I forget it.
Aranax, something like that?
Aranax. You see Aranax. He
Great way both.
As soon as you guys all come to and start to, like, gather your things and prepare for your next move, I'm not ready to head out yet. Let me just button some things up here. You guys said you were located where?
We're located nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere.
I'm sorry you couldn't make it. Are you feeling ill?
I'm not feeling ill, but...
How is your taste? Can you still taste things?
I'm gonna roll a perception check for him.
No, you can't taste my food. That is like the worst.
I did drink a bunch of the mead last night, so maybe it's just my head. I do want to come with you. don't get me wrong. I just before I leave here, I want to have my peace. So let me have my peace, and I promise I will try to find nowhere. And he looks up. He's like, "So, is that in the Shrill Flats, or the Lugasep Wharfs, or possibly?"
Yes.
Okay. And who's proficient in history?
Yes.
You are, Nevish?
I don't know. I'm just
Make
no,
a
I'm
dis-
guessing
I'm
the
very-
landscape.
all right. All right.
I'm guessing that the landscape may have changed over the course of
Yeah.
several hundred years.
Yeah. You
could,
guys all.
follow the smell of good cooking and stale beer, and you may find our establishment.
I'm sorry, did you just call my cooking?
I said good cooking and stale beer.
Yeah, good. Otherwise, you know what happens when you talk bad about my food.
I'm
He's the one person you don't want to piss off.
Yeah, Daxter's gonna like move reflexively towards Greyboar's knee, like kind of like on his knee. He's seen that spoon in action.
Yeah. Yeah.
history was a 27.
Yeah. So he
Thank
starts
you.
saying these districts, like, and the way he's talking about them is like a sort of prominence, a name. There's meaning behind them, and you recall Greybor having a conversation with you guys with the information that he has gotten from Seeker Leroy Jenkins, I believe, AKA Friar Tuck. I just gotta throw it in there every time because that I want that visual. He is a chubby, white, 3/4 bald with the unicorn.
Hey,
He's
Hey.
short. You're way taller than Friar Tuck. Yeah. Oh shit.
First me, now.
But you start to put that together, all right, and you remember what Greybor told you, and technically the area that you guys are in are called the Shrill Flats. Shrill, Sheerl Flats. You're on the north side of the original 4 districts that there were. The if you look at the map, it's divided into 4 quarters, or into quarters from the rivers. The lower right was the Lugasp Wharfs. The lower left was the Shrill Flats. Graviturgist Heights was the upper left-hand corner, and Visan Yards was where the castle district and the parishes, they call them. I mean, there are, I think, 13 or 14 districts now, but that's what they originally were.
So can we give him some landmarks? I am not very good with directions, but my friend here might be able to tell you how many lefts and rights to reach the general vicinity.
Funny story. A customer came in one time, and they told me that the area we're in must have been named after me. I have no fucking idea what they were talking about, but They were laughing, so I laughed.
And now you know exactly where we are.
I don't get it. But I also don't understand. Are we looking at a map together? I'm very lost.
But the map's in handouts. I think, right? This is the only bad part about here. Hold on.
I would
Let me dump this map in.
Yeah, I found it.
Did you find the map of Dalmellington?
Maybe.
Can we orient him towards a couple of the guilds that have served our purposes, like Carpenter and...
You would gather that the way he talks, just the general aesthetics of this manor and their demeanor are something that you haven't experienced since maybe your first memory as a little halfling with your great grandmother that passed away. You know, like this is old. Who's smart here? Greybor, you're smart. Roll me an intelligence check. So let's get this out of the way. So anyway, with Dalmellington, it's kind of split in quarters with the rivers. There's a main river that goes to, where's my main map here? That goes to the Bulmar Sea. That runs north and south. And then there is another river that runs east and west, which pretty much splits Dalmellington in 4 equal quarters. The way he's talking is he's referencing these as main parts of, rather than you guys know all of the districts. There's upper slums, there's lower slums, there's the Eofred Market, the Stoop Grove. You guys, nowhere is in the center ward. You have the Lelot side, the Exchange Quarter, the Golden Circle Garrison, the Sky Spires, Bluden Point, which is where you are currently, which is down closer to the main bay that Dalmellington kind of wraps around. And the docks are called the Slate Stone Docks. I think that's in the parishes. I forgot that one.
That intelligence check was an 18.
18. Alright. It feels like you step back in time. This feels almost like a pocket dimension.
I'd like to attempt to draw him a rough map of where nobody would be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. And with the checks that you have done and your knowledge of the current city being in the Shadi, roll me a performance check with advantage.
Good, because I have no fucking modifier to this.
I mean, you could do it. Let's see here. Intelligence. You can do it as an intelligence check if you choose.
Well, I rolled a 14 with the advantage, so 18 again.
So you plot out the rivers, and nowhere is like probably a half dozen blocks south of the main river that runs west to east. Or actually, this river runs east to west.
Yeah, I make sure to plot down like notable landmarks, like go past such. Turn here. We'll be there.
So you give him this map. he does say, "Thank you." I know.
You're welcome.
I know that it can't be easy to see what you guys have seen and walk away with what you're walking away. But I do. Yes?
I was gonna say, I lean over to Dax to be like, what have we seen?
Treasure.
Everything in
Mountains
the
of
vault.
treasure.
He has no idea what I've seen.
You guys have left a
Man.
lot of loot, a lot of money in that vault. When he did come to the compromise with you where everybody could take one thing. I mean, now,
So-
Regents, you walked upstairs immediately and went in the kitchen, but you found a thing.
Yeah, and it's fucking
Yeah.
great.
Your magical cupboard.
We are very grateful for what we have, mainly our lives. We are very sad that our friend Clique seemed to have poofed into nothingness. Yet we got his things, so that's cool. We are going back to our place to sort things out. You are welcome to join us. You have the map. And,
Oh,
you know,
jeez,
let's walk in the olden days.
so many roads now. All right, yep. I will catch up to you.
Try not to kill anyone on your way to us. We keep a low profile.
Okay.
Always. Besides when we're collapsing buildings and turning into
Always.
Before we leave, I like get right up close to him and I grab the front of his shirt and I pull him so that we're face to face. And I go, "You're not allowed to let anyone kill you but me. You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay." And I push him back. And I literally have like 9 strength, so he has to let me do all of this.
Yeah. But he flares it in a way that makes you feel confident. You know? Yeah.
I'm always fucking confident.
I didn't mean it like that.
Brave people instinctively takes a step away from greed.
Yeah. Yeah, great word. It's just like...
Zacchaeus takes a step towards her.
So one thing that I'd like to do is figure out what items we actually do have.
So, Regents found a cupboard of useful things.
It's my
Like
spice
the-
bag.
Like they're a Harry Potter room of requirement.
It is.
Like,
I don't. I'm gonna get shit for this again, but I haven't watched any Harry Potters, so
That's
I-
awesome. Though.
pretty much this cupboard. Anytime you're cooking and you don't anything that is not refrigerated, like anything that doesn't need to be cured or cooled, you can
It's a lot
open.
of booze.
You know what? You definitely could use it that way.
You just put it under the bar.
You just- It does have a limit. It's 15 uses per dawn. But it's 15 uses.
Forever? Or do you re-roll a use every dawn on a D4 and...
No, there's none of that. It just recharges.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking outside of the meta
Cupboard.
cupboard. The meta cupboard. I was thinking outside of the meta cupboard.
I'm
Thank
pretty
you.
sure Zacchaeus took 100 gold piece statue.
Yeah, I took a big ass statue.
Yeah, a big ass statue.
I took a
Graybor got
plus 2 Warhammer.
a Warhammer +2 Warhammer.
All of you would know this, but I can identify for the cost of 11 minutes.
Same here.
And Nevish took a big bag of diamonds.
Yeah, that's right.
Big bag of salt.
We
I
might
don't-
need them if one
I
of
don't-
you fucking die.
I don't remember if you took anything.
I took a hat.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
think you
you took it.
yeah, and I had the boots from the
Yeah.
guy with
Which-
my bet.
Which-
Everyone needs
You know
a
what?
pack
I'd
full of hot dogs.
say with
That's
the
just
people
like- Ooh.
with the people that you have,
Yeah.
you would have probably cast identify on these. Having the time, the boots are boots of haste.
Oh.
Oh,
So
Which is
fast.
also why once you weren't a dragon, these guys wanted to fuck you up. So
One-
there's a little bit more insight. And the hat you got is a hat of disguise.
oh.
All right.
Who's getting the boots?
Jack Stone. What? I have to look up. I want to look up what they do. I actually.
Let's talk out of character, can we? Real quick. Heads together. Obviously, Daxton, Zach, both viable candidates. Really, anyone can benefit from these, but these two guys specifically can. Look, Vistan can too. Egregious can too. Like, we all can. But I
Vistan?
do...
Didn't know Vistan was
Or,
here.
sorry, Greybor. I was looking at your nick.
Yeah,
I forgot
you
to
didn't
change it.
I'll
change it.
change it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Kieran.
Oh, sorry. Wait, are we streaming? I love
Yeah,
you.
no, totally.
There you go.
Love
It's
it.
fucking
Hey,
changed now.
holy geez,
Yeah.
now my screen's
All right.
changed.
So anyhow,
Why
I
is
start
Barry
fast.
more... Oh, wait, that's because I didn't change my name.
You didn't?
Jeez.
oh,
I can't
Bush.
give you... So, hey, Kieran, I'm
Bush,
sorry.
almost like
I
you play,
take
like,
I take back
5
everything
games a week.
that I just said in the past 10 seconds. All right, we're good at
So-
this, right? We've been doing this for a year, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Juggling 5
three
campaigns
times a
for
week.
year.
Yeah, we got this.
So you get an additional action.
Yeah.
I want to keep them. I'm
No,
sorry.
You gotta.
No,
you,
yeah,
no,
I
you,
mean-
you earned
I
them.
bet.
I'm
bet for
saying
them.
with your skills, all right, and your rune knowledge, you would know that these had something. You would understand that there were rune. You would see that there are magical glyphs on these items, and you could approach Greybor or Nevish separately from the group and do it in a night where you don't have to explain right now. It's
Yeah.
not a meta thing. And Sakai's doesn't need anything else. I mean, he's jacked already. So
Sure, I got that sword too. I got the scimitar. So we're good.
So you guys wake up. You have this moment with Arnix. And probably better that you leave sooner than later. We were bound to this property, and we kind of just broke 4 links of that chain. So, let me say my piece, and I will catch up with you.
Understood.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let us take our leave.
So nobody heard my joke about the ball sack, right?
Please look at us.
No, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay, let's go.
Good joke.
I'm going to use minor illusion
Okay.
to conjure the sound of click cackling or agreeing the way he used to.
You better go. You hear just a couple different click voices kind of around you. Comforting
Yeah, that's like
and creepy.
settling. Don't do that.
Well,
I feel like he's with me always.
Regents walks away.
We all have our own coping methods.
So, you guys do have all of this new treasure. How are you concealing it?
Oops.
So, I have just the shoes and the boots and the hat.
Yep.
So
You.
I probably wear them.
Roll me roll me a dexterity check for your sword. You are the only one that. Wait, no, you guys all brought. All of you roll me. Everybody roll me a d20. Let's do it this way. We're gonna average.
What I'm gonna do with mine.
Okay.
Because of my Eldritch Night feat, while I was having my rest, I did my weapon bond with a new Warhammer. So I hid it up in one of the rooms, whatever room I slept in, and as long as it's in the same plane of existence, I can sum it out to me as a bonus action at any time.
Okay.
So
you don't have to worry about that.
Nope.
But
I still try and help towards the group help.
Roll me a d20, but you get advantage.
Just a d20.
Yeah, this
Natural
is gonna be.
20.
All right, so that's 2. that's
Alright,
2. 15.
15.
That's 3. Regents.
7.
7. All right, so that's back down to 2. Devish.
It's a big cabinet.
2. Down to 1. Zacchaeus.
11.
11. You guys just. You get to the point as you step past that boundary that you know, kind of like you get that shake of your tummy where you feel like you're going down that first, like a steep like hill at a very high speed, and you lose your stomach for a second, and you look back, and you feel that you look like merchants, as long as you're not aggressive in your walk, you can get by. You are merchants.
I don't think Grebor can't look aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, but
It's
the
all right.
rest of
He
them.
could always be our bodyguard.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you make your way out that. I'd say it's like just peaking 10 o'clock by this time. Late morning. You make your way to the first bridge. And you see that tripedal tentacle, pink, purples, greens, that creature just reaching over the pathway. It's icky, slimy. But he doesn't pay any attention to you. And you make your way across the bridge and up the main boulevard, where you take a right, you go down a couple blocks, and take another right, and there is nowhere. It's only been about 24 hours. But as you approach, everybody roll me a perception check, please.
I see nothing. 3.
19.
19?
I see the world natural 22 in a row.
Jeez. Regents?
15.
Nevin?
11.
11. Okay. Greybor, you're the first one to see that. And where nowhere was on, it was on a corner, like a triway almost. There was one fork that curved and went around the far side. You had a road that went towards the bridge, up towards the Bolazar, the Delabra Bazaar. Sorry, confused on my own words, letters. And one went down the west side. So one curved east, one curved west, and one went north. What was a 3-story building, you see now 2 younger humans with this massive 30-foot pole straight out the front corner of your building as the roof has gone apart, and you see Pete, the foreman, directing them out there, saying, and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, so this roof was shot, and I know where I don't see him anymore, but your feathered friend said he wanted a pole to slide down. So I just said, you know what, instead of spending all that money on doing it on the center, I took the initiative. I apologize. And I am going to build you 3 tiers. Like a little tower on the front part of this building. I figure if we don't have to support the center of the building for the pole, that's a lot of cost, it's a lot of product to keep the integrity there. So we can do it on a corner. And just give me, well, I got a couple more hires, as you can see, a few more days, and this will be solidified.
Are you trying to move the pole? What are you saying?
I
I'm
moved
confused.
the pole completely. I had to.
Why?
Because I honestly, the roof was a little, it was wet. All right? Anybody that was going to sleep in that spot, it was weak. It needed to be rebuilt anyway, so I'm doing you a favor. And the cost is, wait, I forget.
The
What
part
were you
doesn't
paying
matter.
me? You were paying me 500 gold pieces, right? I believe. Yes, it was 500 gold pieces to do this whole building. Right?
Is anybody else kind of suspicious of this dude who's doing a building project during an alien invasion?
He needs the work. What I would be annoyed at is if we
The
change his
alien
plans.
invasion ingredients, if you are not hostile, they leave you alone. They found this out just before you came back to play with us. The first couple days, they were skirting around with their weapons and everything, and they almost got busted a couple times from these guys. And then, I think it was Greybor when you went to Seeker Leroy Jones, you didn't bring your weapon, and Greybor walked through the city without being harassed. So they seem to pay their attention to people that are bearing arms. And I promise you, I'm not trying to screw you over. I just thought the first time I talked to Daxton, he seemed very conscious of the coin. I figured moving the pole and adding an extra level for your friend that said he wanted to be in the rafters. This made the most sense. Instead of having a tower that sticks out the center of the building, really, I mean, it's it's a lot to more work carpentry wise.
What
So
does everyone think? Is Click when Click if Click ever? I would like to honor our friend's memory, and so I do not wish to.
Regents looks at Daxton like he should stop talking and drop dead.
those big hobgoblin eyes.
She's Verdan.
Verdant.
I think
Wait.
Click would appreciate it.
He was
Yeah,
so
if
like
you,
out of game. Like I just wanted to be nice for Click. That's what I'm going at.
What do you mean if?
Yeah. Well, you know, poof.
Coming home. You shut
I
your
know.
fucking mouth. He's coming home.
This is why we should keep it nice for him and like make sure we have our crow's nest.
And none of that memory bullshit.
I'm looking up Verdant. Sorry.
I'm behind Greyboar's knee again.
Yeah, I stuck it down. Yeah.
I shift out the way slightly so he ain't quite hiding behind.
But you guys look up in this mast that they're rising. Like you first, Click was talking about having a crow's nest. This mast has to be a single piece of 10-inch to 12-inch solid hardwood that sticks up about 45 feet. And he's like, so, I figured if we did it here, that we had to fix the roof anyways. Building the walls, that's easy. We can maybe do open concept, looking over the bar, or whatever you guys choose. You can do a room, and because we have this big mast, that we got this super awesome deal. Yeah, people aren't buying right now because they're worried about these guys, but I trust you. I can build a kind of a crow's nest right on the top that you can access, and I knew that was very important to. Where is he? And he's just gonna look around. Actually,
He's not right here, right?
He's
Had
with
some
us
business.
always, though.
He has some business where else, but he'll be back.
and he's gonna look around, and then he's gonna yell up to the two guys as you can see one board starting to slip, since he hasn't been directing them, and go back to directing them. I gotta go to the bathroom, so let's take an early break right now. You guys are back to nowhere, with everything, and we'll be back in a couple. Yes. All right. Welcome. All right. So you guys come around the corner, and you see this massive hole, probably 20 feet in circumference, just ripped out of your roof with this 45-foot pole with two young humans dangling off a rope. You know, one looks a little bit more attuned to this situation. You know, like he has one hand holding the rope behind his back. You know, where the other one's like switching his hands and wrapping his hands around. He's like, no, don't do that. You have this talk with Peter, the guy that you hired to bring Nowhere up to date. Oh, shit. That's what I didn't do. I wanted to show you a new picture of Nowhere. Let's do that. Let me go. Give me 1 second. Gray Boar, with your natural 20, you also, as Peter like comes up to greet you, good old Pete, you like start peeking around his shoulder, you know, and you see Leonard in the doorway, door open, kind of like leaning up against one side, just flipping a coin, you know.
I'll just give a slight nod and we'll finish the talk with Pete. Make sure everything's in order.
Yeah, you know, these guys don't, they don't seem to bother us too much right now. So, you know, hey, everybody's getting back to work. We need our payment. So, yeah. This is.
I turn to look to Nevish because Nevish has the money that was provided to do this place up, I believe.
Sure. I've got your money right here.
So this is. Hold on.
How much was it again?
This is very basic. But hold on, let me save this image. Save the desktop. I don't care what it's called. Just fucking download everything. Fuck viruses. I'm gonna drop this in handouts.
Handouts where no one can see.
I have a pocket full of Tim's gold too that I never. We never wrote down how much it was.
No, that's yours. Don't worry about it.
I know it's mine. I'll share.
This is
Oh.
the vision that Pete replies to you for Nowhere, where he doesn't have to disrupt the whole center of the building and structurally support an opening for a fire pole. This is his rendition of that. Are you guys cool with that?
Seems mighty fine to me.
Seems well enough for me.
Couldn't have done better. I think the crow's nest is perfect. In fact, I can almost see Click flying up to it now. And I'm going to cast Silent Image. And Click will look up to it and for some reason obtain the ability to fly and he will jump and flutter a little, and then suddenly get it and fly up to the crow's nest.
Okay.
And you all see this visage of Quick, failing at first, but flying up, and he sits on top of the pole and spreads his arms.
Are you guys in handouts? Is that the nowhere? Is that the picture of nowhere you're talking about?
Yeah, this is...
Your mom is the handout.
Wow! Whoa! Mrs. Betty is awesome. Why isn't my music playing, guys?
Wow. That is amazing.
Oh, you're missing the explanation point before playing.
Oh! Thank you, Kieran. You're the best.
One day we'll get this, guys.
Yeah,
Andy,
I have
amazing.
I have not been doing this for like, a year and a half.
Look, Andy,
there.
that layout looks fucking awesome. I love it.
If you guys like that layout, I am prepared to print it.
It will take 3 weeks.
But
It's gonna cost us more
okay.
than 500 gold.
It's okay because I have wonderful customers to Etsy.shop.ad&D, that have been buying the amazing prints that I produce, and they have afforded me they've put me in the spot where if that is a plan or you like that design, I'll print it full scale. Yeah, and then we'll get Kieran to fly overseas. We're gonna put Lex on a train and just fucking shoot her down this way. Right? They got trains. You want to fly? Do you want to fly?
Yeah.
You're flying.
Canada's got trains.
You're flying. No trains for you.
Just to be fair, their trains are the best. Like, Moy and I are taking Violet up to Toronto, and we are taking a train straight the fuck across Canada. And it's going to be insane. But we got a year still.
So we'll
our
fly
double-decker
Kieran.
train cars are kind of awesome.
We'll fly Kieran and Lex in. We're going to get a cabin and do like a big weekend. And I'm going to set up all
the
this shit.
Adirondacks.
Fuck yeah. In the mountains.
Yes.
Gotta. Alright, anyways. Andy's gonna bring it back. He's gonna bring it back. So, you guys come to the road. You see this construction being done. You're encountered with Pete, and you see Leonard in the doorway. What do you do?
Lenny.
Hey. Oh. It's nice to finally see you guys.
Yeah.
I would say enter at your own will, but this is your place. So, enter as you will.
Yeah, Greedence pushes past him.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
he's
As he's saying this, just looks at him like, yeah.
I
And just
want
like-
to let you know that this is part of mine. All right, I'm not pushing myself into this situation. I offered this to you as part of an agreement.
Once I've walked through the door whilst summon both my warhammers. Make them ugly.
One is shiny, hungry, looks more aggressive. Like, just instead of like a flat piece, it comes to a point, you know, like a slow point, you know, and has this kind of hum to it.
I just kind of stow them.
Well, that's new. Please.
I've always been able to do that.
Well, I know that you have always been able to do that, but that one is a new report. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we've been on quite the strange adventure.
Yeah. To be honest, I wish you have, I wish you would have accompanied, fuck, Andy can't say that word. I wish you would have went with me and did the Berta. But I understand that you guys have your own motivations.
Is it just us here, or is there any other workers here? Sorry,
You see, like, you can hear, no, the left, no, your other left. You know, you can hear, like, you know, those guys yelling up above, but the only ones paying attention are the 6, 7, 8 of you in the room. Is Soren and his mom come down the stairs. Soren's like, I'm ready. Let's go kill him. Yes. Kill all the tentacle monsters.
Whoa.
You need to calm the fuck down.
I just kind of look at Leonard, look at Soren, look back at Leonard, look again at Soren, slot.
At that point, Greasant says that, and Soren immediately puts his dagger back. He's like, and he like kind of instinctually hides behind his mom.
Nobody fucks with chaos, Mom.
Hey, leave Soren alone. He's a good guy.
I never said he wasn't. I just told him to calm the fuck down.
Look, I'm just saying we're tight. He's like kin.
I didn't fucking threaten him or anything. I just told him to calm down.
Hey, back off. You calm down. Man.
Regents takes her spoon, walks up to Nevin, and like...
Alright.
As soon as
I try to
see
stand
And here. Everyone.
I love it that everybody stops as the spoon comes out.
No, as soon as she pulls the spoon out, I try and get in the way between them. So like, let's not go destroying our building.
Yeah.
Greybor, you see Zach, like, in Daxton, kind of, like, pushed to the outer walls. Leonard intriguingly looks at this and massages his pointy goatee. Nevish kind of ducks down to form the body of, Greybor.
Yeah, all I was gonna do was, like, boop him on the head with a couple of sparks.
I'll just step
Which
to
does
the side.
1d8 of thunder damage, so...
Since she says she ain't gonna do anything to the building, I'll step to the side.
As you step to the side, Leonard
16 AC.
Leonard goes in your ear and says, I have talked to the boss. You know the boss.
Wait, I thought Leonard was the boss.
Oh no, Meta Jeff. That is 10 years down the road. Leonard is just a guy trying to make it in the shoddy.
Fuck, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. We haven't really hit that point yet.
He's a young Commissioner Gordon. Only like, you know, black market. If Commissioner Gordon was like a pimp or something.
I would consider Leonard like a lieutenant, like on structure-wise. There is still a couple people above him, but he is making his way up. And all of you can see why. He is very smooth with his talks. He speaks with an accent that is different than the land, so it's intriguing. You know, you understand, like, his business. He says, we get this thing that this guy is looking for, and we plant it on the black vines and get rid of them immediately.
Oh, Nevish, you take 3 points of thunder damage from the spoon when it poops you.
Poof! Oh, it's almost like a wet noodle, but it is wet bamboo. Just smack you right in the forehead.
No, I'm not doing it like I literally am just booping him. I'm just like, and it's just gonna be.
That's what he says to you.
Did I hear that? Did I hear what he said, or were they kind of shush shush?
What's your? It's 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're you're aware enough. When someone's trying to do stupid shit, you pick that up.
Yeah. Okay.
Regents laughs like that all the way into the kitchen.
Yeah. You go into your kitchen, and a lot of work has been done here. First off, the wood stove is replaced. There is a new rack of seasoned hardwood to cook with. And
Nice, everyone likes a good rack.
you look over to the left side of where your cabinets are, and they have not finished installing the spice racks and cabinets. And you pull off your back and you set up your cabinet, and it slides in almost perfectly. You may need to get some veneer to iron on just to cover the seam, but it is very close.
I would like
Fuck,
to
do I care about that as long as it fits?
It fits.
I would like to check underneath the bar to check my journal and see if there are any new entries. If not, that's okay. I'll make one.
Hold on. I gotta see if he can actually. Yeah. All right. In like a 6 or 7 year old's handwriting, the words "right direction," and it's like DIRECK or EK Tyon. It's not spelled right. It looks stupid, but
Conveys a message.
yes.
Wait,
I
that's
would
not how you
like.
spell direction?
I wanted him to spell it correctly so bad. There's no K in there. So I want to write back in and it has been too long. Our good friend and past proprietor. I want to give you a heads up. There is a new cook in the kitchen. Do not mess with her. She will hit you with the spoon, and it really, really hurts. But play nice. Your friend, Dexton. And I'll put the journal back under the
Okay.
section of the bar.
So, I'd say by the time that you guys make your way up through Bluden Point into the center ward, slowly walking past any enemy, having this conversation with Peter, whatever you want to call him, and Leonard. It's about late afternoon. Is there anything you would like to do?
Well, there's still that little office area right there.
Yes. Yeah. Except
Oh,
you see, like originally the little office was off to the left and pushed back. Now you have to go through the kitchen, and they've moved it off to the right, and it's roughly framed in, like weatherproofed, but not finished.
Yeah. I'll go up to one of the rooms and I'll find Leonard and get him to come into one of the rooms, and I'll show him the artifact.
You see, as you show him that, like his eyes flash this light blue ripple. Almost, it reminds you of the water, almost. As he waves his hand over it. Wow.
Like Chris said, been on a weird but good adventure.
Guys found the offside Ulfiat. Great boy, I must apologize right now. I have underestimated you this whole time. This is simply... This is marvelous. Look at it. And as he says that, you know, like that crescent-shaped ruby just shines with like a little bit of light, that energy that goes through it. So, what are we gonna do with it? That is my question.
Well, before we carry on, let me tell you about our adventure. First, we followed the map that we had. It led us to underneath the King's Castle, believe it or not, where we came across a chamber which had a dragon in it.
You know, I have heard rumors, Berta, that the king, maybe not this king, but the kings, they cherish the dragon of the treasure they keep. It's so fucking weird, right? I mean, come on.
So,
who does that?
in exchange of freeing him from that chamber, as it appeared he was stuck there, prisoner, he showed us the way to the artifact.
So, wait. You are telling me that you freed one of these dragons that the king keeps. Well, that seems silly. Did anyone see you?
Well, we took out all the guards out along the way.
Are you positive?
Yes.
No. Are you positive? Roll me. Actually, don't roll me anything. You're smart enough. There was one guard that walked out of the room, the initial room that you attacked. There was 4. One walked out. When there was 3, you guys laid your ambush. After you freed Drac, do you remember that one guard was running towards you before he started barreling down? Before Drac started erupting the tunnel into his own shape. So, unless you're trying to deceive him, you would know that there's possibly one guard that saw you. Or your
That's
party,
fair.
maybe not you.
I think I remember one of the party members saying one. Possibly one. A possibility. Just as we released him and he created this chaos. More accordance.
Obviously, this is your accolade. What you can do with this, do what you wish. But, as I said earlier, I have a plan, Ribor. I just need to know if you think you can get your group on board with it.
That will depend on the plan. But while all this talk about the dragon and all that is strange, weird, convincing, something else we came across our travels. As I said, in exchange for freeing the dragon, he pointed us in the right direction for this artifact. Towards one of the old lord's mansions from the first reigning king. Which it's in Buden's Point. Buden's Point. Yeah.
I think they had different names back then, but
Yes. Yeah.
I have heard of stories. These the kings, they captured these dragons and befriended them, or so they thought. Made them lords of the 4 districts. There's rumors of ancient artifacts that these guys hold. You found
Yes,
one.
I'm gonna tap the hammer.
It has almost, and I hate to do this, Marvel, but that Thorish, like that hum that you hear. Um, it's
We seem to came across a place that was out of time.
that is amazing. I honestly, I was wishing that I had your group by my side in the but now I wish I was by your side in this place.
Here's the funner part. We, obviously being us, got to the manor. It was occupied at the time. And after a bit of discussion with them, it seems like they were guardians of the place, should I say. We struck a deal. It seems like they couldn't get into the vault where the artifact was. We made a bet. Us being us, we obviously got in.
You start
Dealt-
clapping a little bit as you
Dealt
as
with
you
what
said
was
that.
inside. Found the artifact. As we went to come out, it seems our dear friend Click stumbled across another artifact that was within this vault. And seemed to be, I don't know whether teleported somewhere else, dimension.
Actually, and his
Eh,
book goes a little bit
oof.
more. You know, that's right. Where is your feathery friend?
Like I said, he just vanished. But which is obviously a great loss to our team. But I have a feeling it might not be permanent. It didn't seem like something that would kill him. It just seems to have moved him.
But let me sleep on this.
There's more.
If you want me
There's
to...
more, my friend.
Oh. Well.
As we went to go out the vault, obviously the guardians, just so-called guardians, they said the wrong few words, and as you know of Grievance and us lot, our temperament ain't the best. But it seems when we made the bet to go down to the vault, we had one of them come down with us. And it seems we've befriended him. They released him of his so-called guardianship or whatever it was. We went back up. They said these words. We had a bit of disagreement. So we cleared the place. Except this friend of ours who we've seemed to have gained a new companion, which is currently still there. He's just got some loose ends to tie up.
From what I gather, now you're telling me this felt centuries old. Tying up loose ends seems more like a necessity.
It seems they were bound. Like, when we killed them, they seemed to turn to dust as if they've aged rapidly. It seems that they've been there a long time.
That is so interesting.
It seems they're bound by certain laws, and we had to come to an agreement with this friend of ours to. I'll pull out that contract I made. We came to an agreement to let us so-called loan one item each out of this vault and return at a later date when we see fit.
Can I see your new toy? Hums. All of you, even though you're not in this room, you can feel the general low pulse of this hammer being drawn. Pulls out a book and starts chanting some. What languages do you speak?
Common and Goblin.
Yeah, you don't understand this. He looks at you with the ear-to-ear grin. I'm sure if I'm to ask you of this, that there are going to be things that are found that I don't know of. However, I'm going to ask this anyways. Well, it seems that you have unlocked a piece of the puzzle. A piece of the riddle that I heard as a kid.
Huh.
If there is really dragons protecting the king's money in these 4 districts, is really something that was a thing. And then there is 3 men still left to investigate, my friend. And that is profit. That is coined in the bank, if you will. And he starts chuckling a little bit. He goes, but first, I need the offside ovulate. Our boss is well connected to this wretched king. You know the boss. Tiefling. Gray-skinned. His name is Tamsin. Tamsyn. Tamsin. I'm gonna write that. Hold on.
Sorry, what I missed?
We have a couple days. If we plant this right and alert the Watchers. You know the Watchers. The people watching the bridge. Actually, the bridge, you've seen several different types of tentacle brainy creatures along with those long 60 to 100 feet tall creatures that have taken up the city at the 5 points.
How can you not notice?
You alert them. You do it. I tell you what. The king's son, Leo. He is righteous and for the cause, which is good for us. A wrong king is not good for us. The guards, we can't pay them off. They are in it with us in a way. They want to steal just like we do. They are dirty. Everybody is dirty right now in the king's grasp. Convince your group. Let go of it. We have 3 more to find. And if you found this ancient artifact in a copper dragon's lair, he starts chuckling, almost to the point of evil, like Jafar. and just stroking his beard. Imagine. Our boss would be gone. We could run to Millington. But with that being said, and that is all business, I do appreciate and
It seems we have a lot to plan then.
relay this to your group. Thorin's a bit of a pain in the ass and long.
Yeah, but I never got the situation on that. What is he? That's all I'm gonna ask. Is he?
Roll me a persuasion check. Straight roll. Cause is he?
So close. That white dice again. 19. So close.
The look upon his face becomes friendly instead of like, not that it was conniving, I just can't think of another word to describe it, but so I was with his mom. I took him in. He's not technically my son. I mean, that doesn't work that way. But
You brought him up.
I struggle with letting him go. He is ambitious. He's been around us, you know? And he likes to think that he can do more than he can, and he is sneakier than he actually is. He gets in trouble, and sometimes I have to remind myself that I made this choice. And he did not make this choice. So, well, he may not be blood. Outside of that, there is no stronger bond that can be had. Just like, I know you guys framed him into that spot to make him look good, and that was great. I knew that he was not intelligent enough to come up with a plan like that on his own. He's got stuff to learn. Maybe we can train him safely. And not around the mom. She's quite furious with the direction that I am going. But I promise you, partner, this is short term. Power grab.
Oh. Interesting point to see. Well, I know this will be hard.
Bless you.
I do believe the safest place for this artifact at the moment would be held. Once plans are sorted, we have the ways. I've always got it.
All I am saying is at least approach your group.
I will.
Not only will this be an opportunity to benefit us, and he looks at you and he does this with his fingers, and he goes 10 to 20 of what I see. But it's like a wax on an envelope. This is our chance to grab the Shadi and form it our way. Let's set up the boss. Link him to the king. Approach your group. I will not push you, but I will say they are just watching now. And they have killed hundreds. When they are not watching, they will kill thousands. I may be conniving. And
I've known you long enough.
But I don't want to see people die. That's not how my business works. It's not how our business works. Greybor, talk to your group. Have a great night. And just before, like, he fully completely closes the door, he's gonna poke his head in and be like, I am lucky to have you. Thank you.
I'm just gonna wave my hand back.
He closes the door, goes out. I'll be back in a second, but you guys can do your thing.
I did not think it would take him that long for the talk.
You're good.
So yeah.
If there's time where we could have been alone, like if I was at nowhere, could I check out some of the new construction? Is there any way to get to the roof? I'd really like to get to a place where I could see the sky.
Well, the DM isn't here, but I imagine there's probably a way up there.
Thank you. I'm going to take that as a yes from the Almighty. And I'm going to find my way to the
I
roof.
DM this game.
And
I DM tomorrow. You're getting your days mixed up.
I'm getting a cozy spot. No, keep
Tomorrow?
going. Keep going. I'm almost there.
So, hey, Pete, you guys have a great day. We have this center mast all secured. we will be back tomorrow, and you look up, and there is several canvases, like, protecting from the rain, around this spot. Break in early. Wait, you guys are back. Is there a time that... Is sunrise okay, or... I just...
At that point, Regents comes out with, like, trays full of food, looking for somewhere to set them down.
There's tables on the first floor. Still, it is half construction now because of the roof renovations, but...
She prestidigitates everything.
Cleans it off. COVID-free!
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be so
I
useful right
sprayed
now.
antibacterial soap all over this place.
And then she comes out and she's like, okay, the food's ready. Everybody sit down and eat.
You don't mean me to, right? My wife kind of wants me back home.
Sit down and eat.
Okay. He sits down, eats. It's all he does.
You can take some home for your wife.
I'm gonna tell her it was from that creepy guy over there, because if I tell her it's from another woman, she might, I work long hours.
Okay, Mike.
You're not my type.
I'm not saying that.
No means no, my friend. Eat your stew. Piss off and be back in the morning.
He'll eat it. He'll leave
Don't
as
worry,
soon
Green.
as he feels
Someday
comfortable
you'll find that
leaving.
matching wooden fork that you've been looking for.
Now,
What?
once the builders have left and all that, and we sat round eating, I'll.
Lex, roll me a d20, please. Does anybody have the number that I gave you for the rebuild?
500 gold is what you said at the beginning of the session.
All right,
Yeah,
so
500 gold.
500 gold. So let's knock that down to 350 with moving the pole, because if you move, there's a lot less work structurally moving it to a corner that needs to be rebuilt anyways. Lex, what was your d20?
14?
14? Knock it down to 300.
Was that like intimidation or something?
No, it was
I'm
just
real
that-
good at intimidation.
it was I mean, unless you want to intimidate him, I'm saying more of the offer of food and the forcing to eat in a hard day.
I'm also real persuasive.
Yeah, well, I know that. I'm saying that with a 14, he, as much as he kind of tried to get out of it, he's more drawn into this project. And if you do that,
Okay.
he will, you know what? I don't need to pay these guys what they need. So, we'll make sure everything's taken care of. For 300 gold, we'll do the complete renovations. As long as you keep feeding us like that, I'm telling you, that is... I mean, it's not like I can instantaneously heat up my food for lunch. So if I have food
I
made...
can.
Yeah, that is perfect. 300 gold with this. I hope you guys are okay. I don't mean to change your plan. There was rot in that roof. I saw opportunity. And he'll walk out, signaling his guys, leaving just the 5 of you. Yes, Jeff.
By now, I'm hoping that I've explored some of the upper regions, maybe found a way to the roof, any roof access that I could make my way to.
Yeah.
Like, good, I want to get up there. And
make a acrobatics or athletics check. I'm sorry, yeah. You choose. Nevish doing this on his own, by himself, requires something.
I'm going to go with acrobatics.
All right.
Ooh. 22.
As you maneuver your way up the building through the new construction that has been happening, you remember those moments, like pictures of how quick moved up buildings. And for the brief instance, your body follows your mind. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get to the roof so I could have a little fucking privacy.
You get past the roof, and actually, by the end of the day, the sun's
just have a little pitch.
The sun's coming down over the east wall. From your point, the sun is directly between 2 of the main airport. What would be the 2 airports upon the main river that runs north and south, which I have a name for it, but I can't remember. Anyways.
Neither can I, man. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna
Calfell. It's the Calfell River.
Yeah, sure it is. Whatever you say. And I'm gonna get my sued.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do whatever it is that you do with sued.
All right. What are you doing with this?
That's a great question. I'm gonna take a little bit. Yeah, crush it up.
All right.
And take a little taste. All right. And I'm gonna look up at the sun, like where the airships kind of come in sometimes. Yeah. And take a little bit, dip it back in the bag, and
make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah. Con save.
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do.
It was convincing.
Wait, con save is 9.
9. As you look off in between the 2 main airship hubs, glaring at the sun, the skyline is beautiful from here. Before it sets in, you think Quick would be happy. And then all of a sudden, thousands of shards start shooting out of that sun. And then start rotating. And you put your hands down on the peak of the roof, like trying to balance yourself. You are stunned for the next hour.
Oh, I just got a tingle at the back of my neck. That's so weird. Normally that only happens if there's somebody doing drugs on my house.
That's the meta.
I know that's not the case, because none of yous would ever fucking do that, right?
Nope.
I would not
You
do
look
that.
around,
Right.
after you say that, Nevish is gone. He's gone.
I just point to Soren, if they're still there.
You doing
Here,
drugs
no.
in my house? Huh?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm gonna roll roll an insight check.
She's like
Oof.
real bad.
Oof. Yeah, well, I just rolled really poorly at deception, so.
Right? Oh! 21. I rolled an 18.
Holy shit. You see,
Yeah.
in the Regent's way, which is just piercing, that little bit of that energy that you have when you pull your spatula out and can just...
It's a fucking spoon!
I totally gave Nevis shit. I sold it to him. I'm sorry. And he just starts blurting everything out. I rolled a natural 1.
He's just sitting there, spoon in hand, smacking it.
No, mom,
Like little farts every time it hits.
Yeah, he's like a little halfling guy, like young teenager, like holding his hands up, like I'm so sorry.
You might want to fucking run.
Okay, please. I like this place. I like it. I don't want to totally run. Run, and he runs.
That'll be the last time he fucking does that, yeah?
All right, I want to try some rule lawyering.
Yep.
You guys down? All right, so a stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength dex, but attack rolls against it have advantage. But could I speak like not physically?
Yeah.
Like my body is stuck there. Whatever.
Make
Like,
an
my
intelligence
mind
check.
still talk around.
Roll d20. Add your intelligence modifier.
Ooh. So like an intelligence.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Nat 20
Yeah.
for a 21.
What do you want to say? Broken. It has to be broken. It's still broken. Like what you
Still broken?
It's still broken,
Alright,
but you can get your point across if you want.
I mean, who's closest to me?
No one. Graybor, probably. At this
Regents
point.
is now upstairs going room to room.
yeah. Graybor
All right,
and Regents.
all right.
And Zach hears everything.
All right, I'm
He
gonna.
knows
I'm
Zacchaeus pays attention, so.
who can ever hear within my psychic radius? I'm gonna say, fuck.
Yes. Zach, you totally hear it. You hear from levels above you this bassy reverberation that just emanates like through the baseboards into your spine. Fuck. Regent, you hear it more as above you. And Graybor, this is when Leonard is leaving your room, just as he's like peeking back in saying, I love you, bro. And he goes to close the door. You hear, fuck.
I just kind of look up,
Meanwhile, Daxton is totally down at the bar drinking up Soren's mom, which I named last session, but I forget. So, actually, I don't forget. I think I wrote it down.
Well, I
Oh
suppose
man,
I have
that
to.
too. 'Cause I befriended her. I was like trying to be real cool with her because it's Soren's mom.
I suppose I have to give Victoria a wait until the day after, until someone recovers.
I'm gonna make tomorrow hell for him. He's never gonna do drugs again.
Can I try to reach out and say something again?
Yeah. Roll me another int.
All right, another in.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like you.
Ooh, this is I rolled a natural 2, so that's a total of a 3.
You guys hear like go Zuzu, ah.
He's gonna fall off the fucking roof.
Yeah, Nevish, in this moment, it is pure serenity. Even though you're alone, the way the sun comes down, the way it crests the outer eastern walls of the city, like you can see the sun fall below the zigs and zags for the archers and whatnot. And as it goes from an orange to a yellow to a red to a purple to a pink to like that just blend of colors behind the wall, there is a second where you see wings fly. Black feathers. And they're like coasting in towards you. And then right before it hits you, you like jump. Like that moment before you fall asleep where you're falling down the stairs and you're not really falling the stairs, you're trying to fall asleep but you catch yourself. You have that moment. You wake up. Like, come to. You have a point of exhaustion.
Yeah,
now you catch yourself, and you are sitting on the peak of the roof, which is 3.5 floors up. To the left of you is canvas and another foot diameter pole that reaches up probably another 15 feet.
Yeah, when Nevish was freaking out and making all those noises to us, I totally had turned to Zach. It's like, okay, let's just fly up and make sure we don't fall off, would you?
I can see stars in the day.
When he comes to, I'm just like sat there.
Yeah, hovering.
Yeah.
You know,
They
legs
never
crossed.
go away. You just can't see them, and I can.
Are you ready to get down?
I don't know how to get down.
Just do this.
I don't remember how I got up here.
I just like pick
I
him
like
up
to think
underneath his
Regents
arms.
is just. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I like to think Regents is just sitting in the room underneath, listening to all of this happen. She's like, "Gonna fucking break his neck, and then I can't kill him."
Someone pissed in my pants.
And who the fuck's gonna clean that now? Jesus fuck.
And Zacchaeus, I'll say you get him down. If you guys, you're going for a long rest?
Before we go for the long rest, I want to cast Unseen Servant to clean Nevish's pants.
An unseen
servant.
servant just starts unbuckling.
Yeah, Devish, you feel like the slightest pull on your pants. Not like they're trying to pull off, but like something's trying to wipe something off of your pants.
I love this sensation.
Yeah. Make another
It feels
Constitution
like
save.
I feel like
I'm joking.
when you're a small being in the womb, that comforting feeling of someone pulling at your clothing, when you're...
You guys find your way to your respective rooms. The only
I set him up
thing
for the bucket.
you can really
do the
hear
whole thing.
is like the ripple of the canvas that is protecting the one spot of the roof that isn't complete. You all close your eyes. Tuck your hands underneath your head, and you hear, I knew someone could do this. Maybe we can make a deal. And at that instant, you see 3 eyeballs straight up flash and close, and that's all you remember. You get your long rest, and you all level up.
I honestly didn't see that coming.
So
No, me neither.
I would in a normal campaign, I would wait for you guys to deliver the goods to level up, but I feel like in this campaign, this is kind of the high point. Like capturing the
Sure.
goods, bringing them back, securing them, having your conversations. And with that being said, it's 11:30. I would love to hang out for another half an hour with anybody that wants to hang out. I'm going to go grab a beer and chat if you want to. But
Down.
for our viewers, that is something that you only get when you subscribe. So, I highly recommend that you tune into twitch.tv/wayward ones and hit the subscribe button so you can hang out with us and have a drink after the show, because this is what we do. Kieran is going to drink a whole bottle of Captain Morgan's in the after show. So if you want to see that next in following weeks, whatever rum you have, no, get the other bottle, get the full bottle. No,
Like,
the
what do you
full
mean?
bottle.
The bottle.
No, yeah, that one, Jack Daniels. I apologize. Kieran is going to drink a whole bottle of Jack Daniels in the after show. So,
Not just any kind of Jack. Honey Jack. That shit's sweet.
That's a subscribe feature. Honestly,
Witnessing
Tune in.
alcohol poisoning.
Lex, we running Etc. tomorrow.
Indeed we are.
I will
We
see
are
you tomorrow.
we are running
definitely there.
Etc. tomorrow. So tune into that, and then we are off. This is an off week. We'll see you tomorrow and next Saturday for Arcanus. So, we love you. Be safe. Wear your fucking mask. Still, I know, pain in the ass. Look at me. I
Cover your
like
fucking face.
I like the mask because it hides. Look at me. I'm so attractive from here
You
out.
look so fucking hot with the mask on.
Yeah, but then I take the mask off.
Very
and,
fucking
oh my god!
DM.
No one wants to see this guy. But I put the mask on, and I got good eyes. So think of it that way, right?
That's how I think of it all the time. I've been thinking about you for years like that.
Oh man, I've been thinking about you years, but differently.
With
But
the
you have
this
to
is
tune
getting
in.
into after
You
show
have to
shit.
subscribe to find out how I think of Jeff. So,
Check out my OnlyFans page.
yeah. All right. Enough fucking around. Love you guys. We'll see you.